Absolute beautiful evening once again. You can hear the frogs. There's no wind, which is rare this time of year. But back to the truck. This review is going to be, well, it's going to be a review, and after 10,000 miles, you know what you like and what you dislike about your vehicle. Now, if you want to skip back to the video that I made before this, when the truck had, 2,000 or 3,000 miles on it, I'm going to say, I compared it to my 2021 Ford Ranger FX4, which would be in direct comparison to this as far as its off-road capabilities. Never really took the Ranger off-road that much. And I've taken this, we've had some snow and mud that I've taken this truck off on. So, but you can go back and watch that video as I compared them. I bought the Ranger new, I bought the Toyota Tacoma new. So here we go. And this will be a likes and dislikes. I don't have anything scripted. We're just going to walk around the truck. If you've ever watched any of my videos, not much of things are scripted. We just go with the flow. So here we go. The first thing, the front end. I don't know if the lights will be flickering or not, but the front end, this won't be a like or a dislike. This will actually be a love. I don't think there's any truck in the mid-size category from the front end, as far as ruggedness, just the looks. The Tacoma, to me, has got the best looking front end in the business. Absolutely love it. So that would be a like. The LED lights, absolutely love those LED lights. They don't come standard on the TRD off-road. It was part of the package that when I got it when it was on order to come in, but the LED headlights, they're perfect. It's got automatic headlights that automatically brights and dims, and absolutely love them. I don't have people try to bright light me when the lights are on dim, even though they're plenty bright. And then when I do, and they automatically go to high beam, they're not just project far out, they also project a wide beam. So if there's any wildlife or anything to the side, you can see it. So first point is an absolute love on the front end and the headlights and LED fog lights. Let's go around to the side. All right, the side profile. And before we get all into the side profile, this also came with the LED bed lights. You can't really tell because it's not dark, but those lights in the bed are super bright also. So the LED package, and what I'll do when we're done toward the end, I will dig out the sticker, window sticker, and see what was added to the truck and how much it was. And but I think for the LED package was $4.95, and if that's the case, it's well worth it for the headlights, the fog lights, the bed lights. So back to the side profile. I like the side profile, and it's a pretty good like too. I really like it. The one thing, personal preference thing here, is the tires, or I'm sorry, the wheels. I'm not a big fan of the, I don't know if that's brushed aluminum or alloy. I like all black tires. Now, I will say there's a place 25 minutes from here that does powder coating. I went and checked on that, and for the whole set, and you can get matte, semi-gloss, or full gloss, and it's $125 a wheel, so it's $500 altogether. I didn't think that was too bad at all. It's a lot less than buying new wheels. The only thing is you got to break them down off the tire and just take the wheels. Don't know what I'm going to do with my truck for a week, because he said bring it on Monday or Tuesday. I can have the process done, make an appointment by the weekend. So you're looking at 4 or 5 days. Don't know where I'd leave my truck sitting on blocks at. But the wheels, I don't know. I like them. It's not a dislike, but I really like black wheels, so eventually we'll get that. And if and when I do, and it'll be probably next summer before I do that, or it'll be in one of my updates. If I do an update or an upgrade like that, we'll show you. The tires, Goodyear Wranglers, Territory ATs. Let me see if I can get it to where a little closer. They don't stick out from the truck with the black fender flare, but I do like them. And you can look at the tread here. Pretty meaty for a stock tire. And these have 10,000 miles on them, so they seem to be wearing good. I get a tire rotation, oil change every 5,000 miles. Excuse me, but they do well in mud. I've had them in mud, I've had them in snow. Been them up, had it off-road, going up levees and off-road. They seem to grab good. The only thing is water. When it rains, if there's puddles in the road, they don't do the greatest on standing water. Other than that, you got to watch that. But other than that, they do pretty well. And to me, they're pretty aggressive for a factory tire. Now, when I do need to get tires, I will go with a more aggressive tire. But I'm happy with these. I'm going to run them on out. And you can see the back of the Bilstein shock while we're back here. The ride on the truck is good. It's not too spongy. It's not too firm. I really like the ride on the truck. It goes down the road rather well. And you feel confident. If you hit some bumps in the road, it doesn't want to fishtail on you or anything. It does real well. The back end. It came, this was extra, the black Tacoma badging, but I like the back end. Tail lights, I'm not real crazy. I'm gonna give the dislike to on the Toyotas. If you get the technology package, your bumper will color match your truck, regardless of what color it is. And that tells you have, per se, backup sensors if you're getting close to something. I'm not real big on the chrome. They make caps that go over to get different, and it's plastic. So, and there is reinforcement behind it. Not real crazy about that. But as far as overall, the black stamped, love that. Tailgate obviously is slow assist. I did get a bed mat for it because I love the bed. So this will be absolutely a like. And I know I said love, but the bed is a like. The composite bed, absolutely fantastic. It's just slick. I had to get a bed mat because if you put anything back here, it's going to slide all over the place. The 400 watt plug-in power inverter, I haven't used it yet. I've watched videos on YouTube and it seems to do pretty well. It'll blow up a air mattress if you're out camping. It'll charge several things. So once we get to the interior, I'll show you where to plug that in or how to turn that on. Ooh, tailgate is heavy. So if you like heavy, you'll like that tailgate. And this side is such as the other. And here's your passenger. We're fixed to go into the interior. There, I got a few coats and blankets in there. That's this side. Let's get on the inside. All right, we're going to go to the interior. But one thing, it just locked it. I love that. I've never had a vehicle, and I believe more and more are coming out with it. Keyless entry. I got the key fob in my pocket. That just unlocked it, and you'll see it flashing. Up there, that locked it. Unlocked it. Absolutely love that. Now, one thing, and here's the key fob actually. Pretty simple. And it does have a key right there. That's your key. You pull that out for your tailgate. You have to use the key to lock your tailgate. It will not lock when you lock your vehicle. One thing is the remote start. You push this 3 times. On the 3rd time you hold it, it will start. I was having trouble with that. Wasn't one of my favorite things. It was a dislike on this truck, but somebody told me push, push, then hold. Don't do it real quick. So push, push, hold. And it still takes a second. Then once you see your lights flash, you can let go. Truck starts up. So if you do have these and you're just click, click, hold, kind of pause, pause, then hold. And the truck shuts off when you go to get in. That is a dislike. I don't know anybody that likes that. This is the only vehicle I've ever had that you remote start it, you go to get in it, and it shuts off. Toyota says it's safety. So I don't know. It just, and my understanding is there's nothing you can do to override that. I don't know. So that is what it is. But at least if it's cold, you can let it warm up, get in, turn it back on. If it's hot, get the vehicle cool. But anyhow, step into the luxurious interior of the Toyota Tacoma TRD off-road. Now, actually, I like the interior. I like the seats. They're firm. They're comfortable. One area I do disagree with probably, well, anytime I see anybody review the truck, whether it's an average Joe like me, unless it's a Toyota fanboy that thinks everything's perfect about this truck, and it's not, which there isn't a perfect vehicle out there, or the professionals that have magazines and TV shows and they have a crew of people and they're comparing mid-sized trucks, or they're just testing this one out. Where I disagree, I guess, with everybody, there's for your mirrors, is this seat. Let me jump in. We took a 2-hour trip yesterday. It's 2 hours, 15 minutes one way. And I've actually had this truck 6 months today. I got it on August 20th, and today's February 20th. So I've had it 6 months. And let's look at here. $10,253. So I'm on average to hit about 20,500, somewhere along those lines. And it's averaging 19.2. It was 19.5, but I've been out here messing with it today. Point being is these seats, kind of got sidetracked there. There's my sand. Look at that. Got my water shoes on today. These seats, everybody hates these seats. And my understanding is in 2019, they went to power seats. I believe in the SR5 on up, you have power seats. I do not have a complaint with these seats. We took a 2 hour, 15 minute drive one way, never got tired. I never got, they didn't get uncomfortable. It's got an airbag for your lower lumbar. And if you are on a long trip and you're going to be driving for 3 days, you're going to stop to use the bathroom every 2 or 3 hours. Anyways, you're going to stop to get a snack. So I guess I may be the only one in the world that thinks these seats are fine. I actually like the seats. Compared to my Ford Ranger, those seats might have been a little better, and maybe that's just subconsciousness from all the people saying these seats suck. I do not think that is the case. I like the seats. All right, on to something that does suck. And as you can see, I've got little mats to put in there. That's just an accessory I got off Amazon. They're in every orifice of every nook and cranny. And higher. I'm going to take that out. That doesn't suck. That sucks. I don't even know if you could dislike something that doesn't even work at all. Let me start the truck back up. Take two. Ha. The wireless. I think they call it Qi. Turn that on. That's your wireless charging. It is not your wireless charging. In actual reality, yes, it is your wireless charging, but it doesn't work. It absolutely does not work. I've got an iPhone 13 Pro. The wife has an iPhone 14. I had a Samsung that it would work on. And when it does work, and the people that say they do get it to work, it gets your phone super hot. On my Samsung, it would work for 15 minutes, and then there's little lights over here, and it would start flashing. I don't know. If you're getting the truck for the wireless charger, don't do it. And we'll end the story on that one right there. No, it does not work. The sliding power window, love it. Only mid-size truck that has it to my knowledge. As far as power sliding window, absolutely love. And I know this is a like and dislike video, and I'm kind of going overboard with the loves. The control gauges. It's simple. That will take it to your feet. Defroster, simple. It is absolutely simple. Dual, and you can put it to where it'll sync it or unsync it. Absolutely love that. Turn that off for now. Absolutely love that. It is simple. Everything works as it should. And as far as the truck, 10,253 miles, 0 issues, nor should there be at 10,000 miles. So absolutely no issue so far, once again, nor should they be. And I think that's about it up here. I mean, let's start it back up. I'll be down to 16 miles a gallon from starting it and stopping it on my screen here, but that's all right. The screen speed, not the fastest, but it doesn't bother me. It's 8 inches, I believe. Let's see how fast it works. We'll turn the radio on here for a second. Go. And go. Oh, there you go. As you can see, there was a delay. There you go. There is a delay. Not the fastest screen in the world, but that's fine. So oh boy, the transmission. That is a big issue with a lot of people. Got my finger in the way there. The transmission, it is what it is. And I don't have one. They say you need to get a tune. Doesn't really bother me that much. I live in the hills, but if you have the cruise control on and you're going up a hill, there's some ditch levees around here on the highway that I'm going up to cross the bridge. It will kick down into 5th gear. That may be sarcastic, but once, like yesterday on our 2.5 or 2 hour, 15-minute trip one way, it's flat. Set the cruise at 60. It does not gear hunt. When you're going up a hill, and I just live in rolling hills, it will downshift to 5th. It's just going to do it. And then when you go downhill, and it's just a hill, it'll downshift to 5th to slow you down. So it is what it is on the old gears. It's 6-speed automatic, but if you're not on flat land, you're going to be jumping back and forth from 5th to 6th. It doesn't really bother me. Maybe I'm used to it, but just keep that in mind. I think that's it up here. Oh, the 4-wheel drive. When I first got this, and of course you just turn the knob. Actually, we'll do a little test. You know me, if you've watched my other videos. Here's the deal while I'm backing down the hill. There's your backup camera. It's not bad. Turn the radio down. And it won't turn down because okay, back to my story on the 4-wheel drive. I'm trying to go back down my driveway and drive this thing. All right, I couldn't get to go on 4-wheel drive. I would put it in too high and it would set, and I even had my cousin with me in here. I was like, man, this thing won't. And it eventually would. Then 4 low would just blink. And then up here is your off-road controls, your rear locker, crawl control, your terrain management system. Couldn't get the rear locker to come on. I was like, man, this thing's basically worthless. And then I finally got to get to go. I thought, I'm going to have to take it back to the dealer. Well, what I started doing, and if you watch videos on people reviewing them, you know, they'll kind of tell you, well, it's picky about going in. And this, I backed down the hill to test it, because here's what I did. And when you watch people review them, I was like, this rear locker, it won't go in the rear locker. You got to wait, whatnot. So I can remember my Jeep, which, you know, the Jeep has a shifter here, manual for your 4-wheel drive. And I remember getting my first Jeep Wrangler, JL, could not get it in 4-wheel drive, and I didn't want to break it, so I took it back to the dealer and goes, well, you just need to break it in. He barely got it in, and then he couldn't get it out. So every day when I got home, I would take it and I would shift it into 4-wheel drive and then shift it into low. Did that for about a week, and it was smooth as silk. So on this truck, every day I get home, now it's down about 3 days a week, I'll just put it in 4-wheel drive, put it in 4-low, turn on the locker, and it's gotten a lot better. I don't know, maybe it just needs to be broken. I don't know. This is all electronic, to where the Jeep, you know, you're doing it yourself. So, ooh, it's a little hot in here. Let's give her a test. All right, put her in drive. We are in 4 high. It locked in. Put it neutral. Push 4 low. It is locked. That's how fast it did it. Rear locker, push, rear locker's blinking, driving, like we're gonna head up the hill, and it's still blinking. The rear locker, let's back her back down on level. See, the rear locker is just taking its old sweet time to kick in. 4 high and 4 low, boom, they go right away. Let's try it again. Turn it off. Put it in drive. Rear locker. And she wants to blink. So we're just going to ease it on up the hill. Put it manual to head up the hill. There, it kicked in. It will kick in. All I'm going to tell you is, go ahead and go up here. Turn it off. There it goes. I just turned it off. That was me turning it off. But if you think you're going to need your rear locker, you may want to. Oh, she's still locked in too, because it's wanting to turn. All right, we'll get this. Put her back in neutral. Boom. And oh, that's another thing. You can hear it. And that's just Toyota. Once you do get it in, it works fantastic. But they're clanky little fellers. It will. That'll be all right. Turn it off. Turn it back on. The 4-wheel high. Quit blinking. Every time you put it in 4-wheel drive, especially low if you're engaging or disengaging, there it goes. You can hear everything locking in there. All right, I'm tired now. But anyway, this segment's went a little long. Love where the cruise control is, but back to the 4-wheel drive. 4 high kick in now, super fast. 4 low kicks in super fast. Got to get her rolling for the rear locker to engage. They're finicky. So anyhow, the only thing before we move to the back, got my night eyes. There's my phone mount, which has nothing to do with Toyota. Just like where it is. Rides the phone real well there. Passenger seat, no power seats on that. So let's head to the back. All right, as usual, as I said earlier, I've got long-winded. We're going to end up with the back seat, and then we'll look at the window sticker, and then class will be dismissed. Here's your back seat. Dislike, no center cup holder. You know, in 2024, probably by summer of 2024, they'll have the new Tacomas out. Surely to goodness they'll put a center armrest. I've had this truck, as I said earlier, I've had it 6 months today. Haven't had anybody ride the back seat. All the kids are grown. We got some grandkids. But don't have anybody ride back here. But if you do, I'm 6 foot tall. Crawl in here. So I'm not touching. Not bad. Don't know if I'd want to. You know, if I was riding back here on a 30-40 minute trip, I'd be fine. Maybe even a little longer. There's your map pocket. There's for your drink if you have a drink. It would be kind of leaning over that you would, if you had a center console. But the thing I do like about this, if I can crawl out here. So, not the greatest, but I don't really have to ride back here. So if y'all come ride with me, you're going to be in the back seat, not me. Anyhow. Thing I love about the back seat, 60-40 split. You'll notice I don't have headrest on. I just got a hat through over there. I just took the headrest out because flip up, and that's my natural seating position. Got storage. Of course, underneath that seat that flips up just like this when you have storage also. Pull this handle, boom. Hard back cover, more storage back here. Absolutely love that. So if you just need partial, that's fine. And I've had both of them flipped up with the backs down. Like I said, just took the headrest out because if you got the headrest on, you got to take them off, find a spot for them. That's what these holes are for. I just took them out. flip it back up, flip it back down, and it will hold a ton of stuff. Flip up, falls right in place. Now, and that's the back seat. That's about all we got for that. Let's go over. Oh, I got it right here. We'll look at the window sticker and see what all was added. Okay. We have Toyota Tacoma TRD Off-Road in refrigerator white. Ice cap white. Fuel mileage says 18 city, 22 highway, 20 average. I'm not getting that. I'm getting about 17 and a half, just tooling around the house. On the highway, I don't know what speed they determined that at, but like I said, when we went driving 60 with a cruise set with no wind, I got 23 and a half miles a gallon. So that's, I don't know, on me, it's a little, mine averages, as you saw earlier, 19.2 for the average. So it's close. All right. And then if you want to pause this, this is your standard equipment, which comes on the TRD Off-Road. Here, and then there was the price, 2022, 38,305, and then 50 states emission. Okay, LED headlights with LED fog lights, bed lights, 485. All-weather floor liners and door seal, 248. That's your door seal. Tacoma. And then there's your floor mats. I do like the floor mats that they kind of lock in. You have to turn it to unlock it. Tailgate emblem was 160. That's the blacked out emblem. And then the bed light, 149. So actually the bed light LEDs are different than the headlights. So, and then total price, $40,562. Just kind of curious to see when the 2024s come out with the turbo engine. Just kind of curious to see. It's getting a little darker now, so there's your bed lights, LED. Just kind of curious to see how much they will be. Anyhow, thanks for watching. We'll be back unless I get some accessories put on or any issues, and hopefully that's not the case. But that's the 10,000 mile review. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a great evening.